In the world of cartel operations, violence is not just a means to an end, it's a message. The videos of mutilation by various drug cartels are a symbol of terror in the ways they showcase the brutality. Viewer discretion is strongly advised as the content is explicitly violent and may be disturbing. Our focus is to delve into the grim reality of these criminal organizations, shedding light on the chilling tactics employed in the drug war. This is a journey into absolute horror, revealing the darkest parts of human cruelty. Number 7. La Familia. Michoacan presents a stark case study in the difference between a cartel's projected image and its inhumane actions. Originally praised for their pledge to protect communities from drugs and violence, La Familia's public facade was swiftly uncovered and showed their true guise through actions starkly opposed to their originally claimed principles.
El Mata ha precisado en sus primeras declaraciones que comenzó a operar para la familia michoacana desde el año 2002 como halcón, reportando la presencia de unidades de las distintas corporaciones policiales. Después se convertiría en distribuidor de cocaína y posteriormente en jefe de plaza.
The revelation of their brutality came to light in a barbaric video, which shocked even those numbed by cartel violence. The footage detailed an execution with chilling dispassion. A man, alleged to be a rival drug dealer, is held captive, only to be gruesomely beheaded. The methodical nature of the killing, alongside the La Familia members' menacing commentary, threw any remaining traces of their claimed moral high to the ground. Their path to violence got worse because they teamed up with the same cartels they used to speak against. La Familia worked with well-known and well-feared cartels like El Chapo's Sinaloa Cartel, proving that their message about helping the community was just a cover for their real goal. Number 6. Church of Guerrero. 7 individuals were killed, dismembered, and their severed heads were left in front of a church in Chilpancingo in June 2023. At the crime scene near the San Mateo Church, handwritten signs were discovered containing threats against the mayor of Chilpancingo and another city official. These signs, which have also made their way onto social media, include threats against suspected leaders of local criminal groups.
This small town, about a 30-minute drive outside of San Antonio, is in complete shock and mourning this morning. This is a community where everyone knows one another. Just a few hundred people live here, and all of them are dealing with an unthinkable loss of life. Everyone in this town has been impacted. They know someone who has either been killed or injured inside the First Baptist Church here.
Mexican news reports suggested that members of the missing family, including a man, his wife, their teenage son, and a young woman, were among those who met this gruesome fate. Just a week before this horrifying discovery, friends and relatives of the Peralta Catalan family had organized a march to demand answers regarding their whereabouts. The family had disappeared while traveling from Chilpancingo to Acapulco, according to the demonstrators. In the days leading up to the discovery of the bodies, a video emerged on social media showing the family and 3 men being interrogated by their captors. In the video, they are seen with their hands tied behind their backs. The teenage son, under evident duress and at times being coached by one of the captors, confesses to being associated with a group involved in a conflict with the Ardilas drug gang. He reluctantly admits to his involvement in the murder of a journalist and a doctor who provided care to injured Ardilas members. The father, mother, and girlfriend also confess in the video, admitting to supporting their son. Number 5. The Guerrero Flaying, a traumatic spectacle. In Guerrero, a video emerged, casting a long dark shadow over the region known for its unending cartel violence. The video begins with a disturbing scene where a father is viciously assaulted with what appears to be an axe handle without the blade. The brutality inflicted on the man is evident, and it only escalates from this point onward. A man approaches the father from behind and attacks him suddenly, while the son pleads for mercy. Tragically, the father is beheaded, and the tormentors immediately turn their attention to the son. They begin carving into his chest as if preparing for an autopsy, unaware that the boy is still alive. What follows is deeply disturbing. They cut open the boy's chest, exposing his still beating organs, with visible movements and a discernible heartbeat. In a horrifying twist, one of the perpetrators reaches into the boy's chest cavity and wrenches out his beating heart, ending his life. This act, far beyond the bounds of warfare or justice, is a calculated message of terror to rivals and an unthinkable tragedy. Such footage, while deeply disturbing, underscores a grim reality. These are not isolated incidents but elements of a larger ongoing crisis. The Guerrero flaying is a somber reminder of the human cost of the drug war, a chilling testament to the atrocities committed in the name of control and power. Number 4.
Authorities are still gathering evidence on the suspect in this weekend's mass shooting in Monterey Park. Police say the assault weapon used in the attack was uncommon and was one of several high-powered guns in the suspect's possession. Eyewitness News reporter David Gonzalez has more.
The Monterey massacre stands as a grim testament to the Zetas' ferocity, a cartel born from deserters of elite military forces clashing violently with their Gulf Cartel adversaries. The feud's brutality is summarized in a grotesque video, laying bare the aftermath of a merciless mass killing. The footage reveals the Zetas' disposal of 49 bodies, each cruelly stripped of identifying features, dumped like refuse along a desolate highway. This action not only served as a warning to their competitors, but also stood as a bold assertion of their supremacy, revealing a level of ruthlessness intended to instill fear and firmly establish their control over the region. Number 3. The Jalisco 5 authorities in Mexico are currently probing into a horrifying video that surfaced online, which seems to depict the murder of 5 young individuals who disappeared post attending a local festival in Jalisco, a region notorious for drug cartel activities. The missing persons case took a grim turn when the video, which circulated on social media in August 2023, was connected by the victims' families to the missing young men recognizing their clothes. The footage is harrowing, showing a group of motionless, bound men on the ground, and shockingly includes a scene where one of the captives appears to be coerced into killing another from the group. It's feared that one of the men from the video could match the individual later found dead in a burned vehicle in the vicinity. Luis Mendez Ruiz, Jalisco's state attorney general, has suggested that these could indeed be the missing men and confirmed that the video is now a critical piece of evidence in the investigation. The video also contains a cryptic message, Puro MZ, which might hint at involvement of a faction of the Sinaloa Cartel led by El Mayo Zambada. However, the exact origins and perpetrators of the video remain unidentified. This brutal method of execution, where victims are forced to assault each other, is simply a reflection of some of the heinous acts of violence instigated by drug cartels. Number 2. Acapulco Police Station. On February 6, 2007, about a month before it appeared on YouTube, an armed incursion at an Acapulco police station led to the murder of 5 officers and 2 administrative staff. The assault, with no confirmed suspects, was captured on a video where the attackers seemed to implicate the Zetas as the orchestrators.
Because there is a murder epidemic in Mexico, like there is in a lot of other Latin American countries.
Right.
Guns, drugs, organized crime, there are a lot of things going together here.
The footage records the intense interrogation of an alleged Zeta gang member who, under duress from sustained physical aggression, concedes his role in the attack. As the captured man acknowledges his involvement in the February events, the video escalates to a gruesome climax. His executioners strangle him with a cord, which is twisted around his neck using metal rods. They don't stop at suffocating him though. The relentless tightening of the cord eventually leads to the man's decapitation. The distressing video concludes abruptly after his death, leaving behind a threat directed at someone referred to as Lascano. The grim content stands as a stark illustration of cartel brutality and inter-gang vendettas. Finally, in the number 1 spot, the San Fernando Massacres refers to 2 mass murder events that took place in 2010 and 2011 near the town of San Fernando, Tamaulipas, Mexico. Both were perpetrated by the criminal group Los Zetas and are among the most notorious acts of violence in the Mexican drug war. In the first massacre in August 2010, 72 migrants from various Latin American countries were kidnapped and brutally murdered on a ranch. It is believed that they were killed after refusing to work for the cartel or for ransom purposes. The sole survivor pretended to be dead, then managed to escape and alert the authorities. The second massacre, which occurred in April 2011, was even more horrific. During this incident, authorities discovered several mass graves containing the bodies of 193 people. It was later revealed that these victims were largely Mexican citizens, including bus passengers who were pulled off public transportation, presumably for similar reasons as the first group. These events highlighted the extreme levels of violence used by cartels to control territories and intimidate the population. sparking international outrage and prompting Mexican authorities to conduct military operations to capture those responsible. These massacres are not only symbolic of the brutality of the Mexican drug war, but also of the dire consequences faced by migrants and ordinary citizens wound up in these cartel conflicts. This journey through the 7 appalling dismemberment videos has laid the horror at the heart of cartel violence. Each recording serves as a stark, chilling testament to the ruthlessness that pervades the drug trade's underworld. From La Familia Michoacana's brutal contradiction of their values to the Zetas' monstrous displays of power, the sheer inhumanity is unmistakable. The depicted savagery not only reveals the physical acts of violence, but also reflects the psychological terror wielded by the cartels as a tool to assert their dominance. These videos, while deeply disturbing, are crucial in understanding the grim reality faced by communities caught in the crossfire of cartels and their feuds. Thanks for watching. Be sure to stick around and watch more captivating content like the one on the screen now. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below. See you on the next one.